How many voters do we have?
As of now, I need to check.
No, not those who have voted. How many do we have on the voters register? Those who are eligible.
Those who have voted?
No, not those who have voted. The total number of eligible voters.
Yes. 1 second. It's any member right now who opens the link and know that information.
Just I want to get it from you as the presiding officer. How many voters do we have?
I can open the system and anyone can see it.
No. No, if I'm presiding over an exercise, I should be able to tell that I have a number of voters like this. You should be able to tell the exact number of the eligible voters. No, please, you can't do that. We are
answer the question. Yes. Let me answer the question. We will close this session in the next 5 minutes. I am taking these last questions and we close this session.
Let me get to know the number of voters.
The total number of voters is 3,100. The total number of voters is 3,000. Can we have order? King Saha, please put yourself to order. Put yourself to order. Can we have some order here? Can we have order? Please. Can we be leaders here? Can we put ourselves to order? There are 3,100 voters. I hope I've answered your question. The next question was... Please put yourself to order. Please ask your candidate to put themselves in order. Do you still have any other questions?
This is Saha's agent,
yes,
who was designated to oversee the process on his behalf, and she's been here since morning. How would she tell that so and so is a voter without having access to that physical voters register?
Thank you very much. Let me explain. Silence, please. Silence. So this digitally, and all our members, we have their contacts, and we were sent SMSs with a link to this register. This is a permanent link that is available to all members and is accessible up to right now. You are free to go and download it and examine it. This register, all the members here can attest that they received the link to this register. And the same register, if any of them listen members. Security, please remove anyone that's complicating the situation. Thank you. Now, the voter register, as published, is still available for auditing. It's the same results that we are going to use here are available for auditing. So the register is accessible digitally, and the links can be shared. Unfortunately, we are having this conversation. We should have this as a post-mortem, but we are in the middle of the election. But for purposes of putting your concerns to rest, let me quickly answer the other questions. Regarding access to the voting system. The voting system is supposed to run on the USSD platform, which is on *260 hash. That was the primary voting platform. And many members were able to use it to vote. Some were unable. So when we had experienced the slowdown, we immediately activated our backup system we had already built, which is a web-based system. And many of them have used it to vote right now in the last 1 hour or so. And it's still active. Voting is still happening until 5 p.m. time we started. However, the display for purposes of the audience that is here can be turned off, but the internet servers are still running. There is a difference. Now, the question is how do they monitor it? That's why when power came back and the system was back up and running, the update showed that all the votes that were made while the display was off were captured still, and they are still in the system. Now, nobody stopped voting because the display here stopped. We did not turn off the systems. The servers were still running in the background. And all those votes were counted. In fact, for those who are here when this display was switched off, you can see the difference.
Let me get this, just a minute, before he comes in. Yes. Let me get this for record purposes.
Thank you.
At no one moment did you turn off the system because of that breakdown?
No, we turned off the display, but the servers...
No, I mean the system completed because you are saying it had slowed it down.
The system has many parts to it. There's a part of the system that receives the votes. There's a part of the system that displays the votes. The part of the system that receives the votes did not stop at any one time. It continued. We just added another channel that was easier for web. Now the part of the system that displays the votes is the one that went off. It was part of the one that was overwhelmed by the server congestion.
My last question before I let my colleagues come in here.
You asked another question about the decision and how it was taken.
Yes, but let me add on another one. Yes. How many voters do we have?
As of now, I need to check.
No, not those who have voted. How many do we have on the voters register? Those who are eligible.
Those who have voted?
No, not those who have voted. The total number of eligible voters.
1 second. It's any member right now who opens the link and know that information.
Yes, I want to get it from you as the presiding officer. How many voters do you have?
I can open the system and anyone can see it.
No.
Offhand.
No, if I'm presiding over an exercise, I should be able to tell that I have a number of voters like this. You should be able to tell the exact number of the eligible voters. No, please, you can't do that. We are all
questions. Let me answer the question. We will close this session in the next 5 minutes. I am taking these last questions and we close this session.
Let me get to know the number of voters.
The total number of voters is 3,100. The total number of voters is 3,000. Can we have order? King Saha, please put yourself to order. Put yourself to order. Can we have some order here? Can we have order? Please. Can we be leaders here? Can we put ourselves to order? There are 3,100 voters. I hope I've answered your question. The next question was... Please put yourself to order. Please ask your candidate to put themselves to order. Do you still have any other questions? Is this session over? Okay, I've answered all the other questions. There was one last question about the decision and when it was taken. The mandate to organize the elections is the responsibility of the policy board of UMA. These elections are elections of Uganda Musicians Association, and the association has two centers of power, the board and the executive. The board is responsible for selecting an electoral committee and the head of the electoral committee. They made a decision and I was selected and we took this decision. However, this decision regarding what format or model to use, the Constitution does not define which model to use. However, we consulted with the board and the board made this decision. The board made this decision somewhere mid-April. That's when this decision was made, after sitting several times to discuss the various versions of the budget. Does that answer your question? Okay.
Neyansanyo mukulu Jeff mubutuufu nze akalulu konna kazze nga nkagoberera na buli kimu nga ntambula nakyo era nga ba candidates bannanga abamu bagamba kino tetukikkiriza nze nga ngamba nzikiriza naye olwaleero tukkirize ekigaanye kiba kikoze eki kiba kigaanye Jeff olw'ensonga ffe twakedde wano nze ne looya wange woono yakedde wano essaawa 12 nga teri muntu yenna yazze wano bw'amala okujja bayisaawa emu nze najjidde ne kwokada piki obwedda ndi awo ne tutuuka akalulu katandika okulonda biki system netuuka nevaako completely bweba evuddeko ffe tetumanyi bayiyeeyo obululu bumeka obukoze eki mu butuufu ng'olaba nti ba agents baffe ne batandika okukuba amasimu okuva mu clusters ez'enjawulo nga bagamba bannayo okulonda kuganye nange kennyini ne neegezaako okweronda mu butuufu ne kugaana so mu mbeera eyo buli kimu kyonna entambula gye kibadde kitambula bulungi naye mu butuufu kino olwaleero kikoze eki nze mbadde nsaba nga commission mwe ku lw'obulungi bwa music naffe olw'obulungi bwe twagala wuma ebeerewo ng'abayimbi kino olwaleero mu kistopinge tuddemu tutereeze tulonde kye mbadde nsaba ng'omuntu naye nga mu butuufu results ezinaava mu kino ne bwe nnaaba nze empangudde kuba nazze nga mmanyi ndi muwanguzi sigenda kuzikkiriza kuba percentage gye mbadde nnyina okuwangulirako abantu bange nze ngimanyi ne bajja gamba tetuli fair sikkiriza mu results zigenda kuva mu kalulu kano Jeff tuyambe buyambi mukama wange ne police board
webale n'ekiteeso kyo
King Saha. Chair, nze ng'omuntu actually tubaddeko wano okuva ku makya tuli mu nkaayana z'akalulu kano ngaba agent wamu ne board eno.
Sorry to interrupt you. I have been advised that our legal counsel should entertain this conversation moving forward because I am not a legal expert to engage with another legal expert. Thank you very much. You will be here in a minute and you can take over any further questions. Our position remains the same. We appreciate all the suggestions. We don't take them lightly. And the board is also paying attention closely. If the decision is made that we postpone the election or redo this election, we will do it. This is an association. We are not doing this for ourselves. We are doing it for our members. If the members deem this necessary, whatever they deem necessary, we will make our best efforts to implement that. All the suggestions are highly valuable, and we value them, and we are taking them on record. However,
transparency, the chairman.
Let's wait for our legal counsel.
Before legal counsel comes, you've heard he's a candidate, he has not cast his vote. Likewise, he has not. Time is coming to 5. Supposing counsel comes after 5. They have failed that they are here. The system has failed their part.
They have the open your phone now. If it fails, then I will get your phone.
Mr. Jeff Mpozi, otugamba okuopeninga essimu zaffe kirungi okugulawo essimu zaffe naye olwaleero nze okuva time gye nabadde nnyina okulonderako ne time kati ssaawa eno Jeff obadde free and fair mu kalulu kano tetwagala tulabe nti osika omugwa olw'abantu abamu nze nkusaba ekintu kimuyogera ne police board osazeemu akalulu kano tufune akalulu akali free and fair.
Thank you. Tubagoli the legal counsel ajja atanalonda tukusaba kwate essimu mukulu lawyer saba candidate wo ajje essimu alonde kati wekigaana it is good now obeere wano wali witness agamba muteri ajje essimu kati nga wetuli fenna ajje essimu awakana yena ajje essimu King Saha ajje essimu Bakasse in the presence of everybody that you are unable to vote. King Saha, ajje essimu Bakasse buli omu tosobola kulonda kati. DJ Simo. Challenge your candidate to get his phone and prove that he cannot vote. Let's have evidence here. We want transparency. We want transparency. King Saha, get your phone and vote in the presence of your lawyer. There is no further evidence than that. Get your phone and vote now and prove us wrong. Prove us wrong right now. Prove us. I challenge you. Lord Beaton, King Saha, I challenge you to vote right now.
Voters are not aware about that. But voters are aware. Our own voters are aware about that. Jeff system judges is very strong in that. They are not aware about the process. Even people are voting twice. So also which people are betting twice.
Mr. Chairman, I represent Saha. The 16 people have been voting more than 3 times. Myself, I've seen that. I can witness on that. The 16 people have been voting.
Let us be systematic, let us be transparent, let us create unity. Elections. It's not musician who are here to represent the truth.
Akalulu ka Bayimbi katika tukula bwetu engere kyetu Bayimbi tubagambe olutalo ngaluwete tuliyambale mule agenda kupasa agenda kupasa
Association Electoral Committee, and by the powers vested in me as the Electoral Commissioner of the UMA elections, And with all the overwhelming concerns from the members and the various candidates, I am making a decision to stop these elections. We will announce a way forward in due course. We've had overwhelming challenges with technology. However, we will announce a way forward in due course. Thank you very much.
Okuva ku makya obwedda tuguliriza ebigenda maaso nga ndine client wange ono King Saha nga ba agents abali ku ground batuwa ekigenda maaso naffe mu technology gwe tumanyi tugezaako system ogitegereza tugenza okulaba nga ng'ebigenda maaso si birungi system nita yagiremabo tulabe nti buli kimu tukitereeza wabeerewo ebbondo okwamazima n'obwenkanya okuyamba industry eno okugenda mu maaso tuli wano lwakuyamba industry so si lwakuyamba ekyo tugenda kuddamu tukitunulemu kubanga ye concern tulabe abayimbi bano b'amaanyi basobola okukola ekivvulu ne baga nti sente zetugenda okugyamu za kutegeka kulonda Tingisa n'abanene bonna ne bayiika ne bakola so nevaamu ensimbi empitirivu nisitikiko kulonda
mwasooka ne muvaayo ne mugamba temugenda kukkiriza akalulu kali era ne muleeta complaint mwagyewo amaanyi agasindika ba agenti wano
ekintu kyonna nti Saha abadde candidate ebbanga era nga nedda ekyo si kituufu akalulu twagalako amazima n'obwenkanya Saha afune obululu bwenga bwebwo ne Sindi afune obwenga bwebwo ne buli candidate yenna afune bwebwo ddala ng'abalonzi be bayimbi bennyini abasalirawo industry yaabwe kubanga be basinga okulumwa be bagala industry etereere si kyekyo kubanga system Jeff naye omulidde annyonnyodde yalemereddwa okukola omulimu gweteekeddwa okukola ekyo akyogedde Saha